Shalom. First off, we want to give all praises, all honor, and glory to
Yahweh Ba'asam Yahushai Ba'asam Chakurash.
Shalom to the apostles and elders, great millstone, who really teach well, who also taught us the 100% truth. Shalom to the hopeful elect. All right, today we're back out here on another Saturday. We are the GMSATLANTA Church. Man, it's like another Thursday. All right, Lord willing, this is an edifying camp. All right, and we have a few things that's coming out through the Spirit. You know, Israelite camps, you know, not properly bringing out the name of Yahweh Shah. All right. Also, you know, World War III is on the brink. You know, this is as the elder apostle Gabar was going in today. You know, he was talking about all bankers' wars, all wars are bankers' wars.
Yeah.
You know, this is a time right now where you should be gearing up your spirit and preparing your spirit for what's about to fall. All right. So we know there's a lot of things down the pipeline that is about to happen. All right. So if anybody didn't have anything, we can go and get that.
This is the book of Sirach, chapter 2, starting at verse 1, and it reads, "My son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation."
Yeah, prepare your soul for temptation, your spirit, man. All right, because we know that we're going to be going through a lot of things, man. We know that there's going to be a lot of things that's going to, Esau are going to have a lot of things that entice your spirit, man. You know, especially the main one, the hour of temptation, the MOTB. All right. Those are one of the main things that, you know, through the spirit, you're going to have to prepare yourself, man. You know? And you pray that the Lord has mercy on you to keep you from that hour of temptation, man. You know? Because we don't know. You got to pray that the Lord has mercy on you. You know? You got to go ahead.
It's 2nd Ezra 16 and verse 40. "O my people, hear my word, make you ready to thy battle. And in those evils be even as pilgrims upon the earth." And just like the brother's going into, you know, there's a great evil getting ready to befall everyone, you know, especially here in Babylon. And the Lord gave us this word in order to prepare ourselves. You know, that's why it's important for us to be occupied, like the priest is getting into. Constantly staying occupied in prophecy and breaking things down properly, so that we have the proper, you know, the proper doctrine.
Yeah, man, you want to be properly cloaked going before Yahweh Shah, man. You know, you want your garment to be white. You know, no stains, no blemish. You know, you want to come to the marriage in the proper gown, man.
Proper
format, man.
Yeah.
You know, you don't want to keep yeah, the Lord is Yahweh and all that, man. Hey, man, you told me that, man. You know, at this juncture, man, I don't even want to hear it, man. You know, I was watching the clip, man. I know it's kind of off, but I was watching the clip earlier today, man. You know, you got this person, this individual he was talking about, man. You got to just start booing these individuals in mid-conversation when they start saying crazy stuff, man. Just cut it off, man. We don't even want to hear it, you know? Through the spirit, man, if you ain't in the right spirit of Yahweh Shah or properly teaching the scriptures correctly, man, we're not trying to hear it, man. You know? And this is how most of you Israelites that are just coming in, this is the same way you're supposed to be preparing your spirit to ultimately be prepared for Yahweh Shah, you know? So you got it, brother.
If I could add to you, about Bashar very quickly, you know, you said without spot or blemish. That's according to the scripture. This is the book of Ephesians, chapter 5. Now I'll start at verse 26. You know, because we're cleansed by this word, but verse 26 to 27 tells us this, that he might sanctify and cleanse it with the washing of the water by the word. Verse 27, here's the point, that he might present it to himself a glorious church, not having spot or wrinkle or any such thing, that it should be holy and without blemish. And now teaching that the name is Yahweh, that's a blemish. Yep. That's a major spot. That's a major, go ahead, brother.
That's like the high priest trying to go into the holies of holies without washing his hands in the basin.
Yes.
It's a protocol.
Right.
You can't just, you know, I'm just going to go into the temple without washing. No, you have to wash. That's a part of the law. And then you wash properly through this word. The proper understanding of the truth.
Yeah, because it's water of life, man.
Yes.
This is the true living waters, man. This is how you properly live, man. There's certain ways to go before the Lord, man. Even dietary laws. The Lord even mentions in the scriptures how you eat the swine, you stink before him, man. You can't go before the Lord and have a bad. That's almost like somebody coming towards you and they smell like garbage because they've been digging through the garbage the whole time.
Yeah.
Try to hold a conversation with an individual right there next to you.
Yeah.
You're smelling that the whole time.
You can't do it. Yeah.
You know? The water bottle, you got it.
Continuing on with the book of Sirach, chapter 2, verse 2, and it reads, set thine heart aright. And as the brother's going to, get your mind right. I put it in layman's terms, man. All right? Set thine heart aright and constantly endure and make not haste in times of trouble. Cleave unto him and depart not away.
Yeah, cleave unto Yahweh Shah. The scripture is also saying, what's that, Psalms chapter 18, the name of the Lord is a strong tower. Whoever runs it, flock it.
The righteous runneth, yep.
All right? Water, man, you can bring it out.
This is Proverbs chapter 18 and verse 10.
Yep.
It reads, the name of the Lord is a strong tower. The righteous runneth into it and is safe.
Yeah, the righteous run into it and it's safe, man. You can't just go by any other name, especially in the time of war. You don't think that's coming over here? You don't see how these ICE agents are acting, man? Just imagine it. Hey, on top of that, man, just imagine if Trump did get rid of the ICE agents, right? Who else they gonna bring in? These UN troops, man. We've been doing lessons years ago going into these UN troops, man. They was going into these lesser countries, ravishing these women, spreading around diseases. They doing the same thing these ICE agents was doing, but even worse, man. They was even worse demons. So just imagine, man, what's about to come to America, man. Babylon the Great.
Yeah.
All right? There's a lot to come. All right?
Yeah.
That's why it says prepare your mind. All right? It says meditate upon terrors, man. You got it.
Continue on, the book of Sirach, chapter 2, verse 3. Cleave unto him and depart not away, that thou mayest be increased at thy last end. Verse 4. But whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully.
Yeah, whatever you're going through right now, man, take it cheerfully, man. All right, take it with a grain of salt, man. You might lose a job, but the Lord bless you with another one. Go and do some things, man. It might be a setback, but it's temporary, man. What the scripture saying, chasten those who he love. It's just temporary, man. But ultimately, man, the bigger picture is just to prepare you for this, what's about to happen at the end. You know? All these things is going to be nothing compared to what's going to happen at the end. See, these people out here in America, especially Atlanta, can't even fathom what's about to happen, man. They can barely even handle it, even fucking snow, man.
Yeah.
They can barely handle snow.
Yeah.
So just how much more, man? Even the phone service being cut off when Verizon went down, man. These people couldn't even handle their phones going down.
Yeah.
How much more Jacob's trouble, man? You know?
It's gonna be major.
Continuing on, and be patient without a change to a low state. For gold is tried in the fire, and acceptable men in the furnace of adversity.
Yeah, gold is tried in the fire. The Lord is going to try. He's going to try the elect. He's going to try everybody. All right? As gold in the fire, man, it's going to get rid of all the impurities, man. It's going to see who is who, what is what. So these little chastenings that we go through, man, it's going to prepare our spirits, man, for what's about to really come, man. Versus those who ain't really been in the spirit, man, or even just meditated on the scriptures, man, or what's about to happen. None of the things that we said, these people have not come before the oracles of Yahweh Shah. You know? You got it.
Continuing on, verse 5. For gold is tried in the fire, and acceptable men in the furnace of adversity.
Yeah.
Believe in him, and he will help thee.
Yeah, believe in Yahweh Shah, and he's gonna help you, man. So hey, when that MOTB come out, man, or for a better example, that C-19, man, when that came out, a lot of you people wasn't prepared in the spirit for Yahweh Shah. You seen how these other Israelite groups is moving. It's okay if you need to take it for your job, take it. Right? That's off.
Yeah, so.
Just how much more the MOTB, man. These people are most of you Israelite groups or camps are taking the bag, man. We know it. You're exposing yourself.
This is 2 Edges 14, because you're going into setting your mind right. And if I may add to your point, a perfect example going back into 2020, 2019, that whole Ovid situation. This shows you how a lot of these camps weren't dealing in wisdom and faith. Because as soon as the persecution, or as soon as the trouble came down, they got frantic. They made haste. Like the brothers get reading Sirach 2, it says, make not haste in the time of trouble. But they made haste and told, hey, yeah, go ahead and take it. You know, if the Lord don't care if you take it, you need to maintain your job.
He literally said, go ahead and take it. Yeah, he said that.
It says, let go from these mortal thoughts. Cast away the burdens of man, put off now the weak nature, and set aside the thoughts that are most heavy unto thee, and haste thee to flee from these times. For yet greater evils than those which thou hast seen happen shall be done hereafter. For look how much the world shall be weaker through age, so much the more shall evils increase upon them that dwell therein.
Yeah, man, it's going to increase. It's even more stuff that's going to come, man. The hell with your phone going down, the hell with C-19, it's going to be, according to Matthew 24 and 21, it's going to be a time never seen before, man.
Yeah.
It's going to be even worse than that.
Yeah.
You're going to have people chasing after you. You're going to have these troops chasing after you. You're going to have ICE chasing after you. You're going to have China, these Russian troops chasing after you. Bears, lions, serpents. We was going in there in the camp. You're going to have all types of things coming after you.
Yeah, wild animals.
You just pray that the Lord have mercy on you to make you worthy to escape.
Yeah.
You got it. You got that.
Come. This is the book of Sirach, chapter 2, starting at verse 7. Ye that fear the Lord, wait for his mercy, and go not aside, ye shall fall. Ye that fear the Lord, believe in him, and your reward shall not fail.
Yeah, the scripture talks about in Proverbs chapter 1, the beginning of wisdom, knowledge, and understanding is the fear of Yahweh Shah. Understand, man, you know, you rely on Yahweh Shah. All right, you won't fail. You won't fail in the day, in that time, man. Because you leaning on what you've been taught and learned. All right? Build up your faith and your spirit, man. Now, although you know you're going to have 11,000 Israelites, but they're going to have enough oil to be able to endure in that day. Why? Because they heard, they believe.
Yeah.
You know?
You guys about to chime in about the show.
Both
We have some scripture that says,
Good, bro. Good, man. Good. How you doing, bro?
he came out 3 camps ago, right?
Yeah. I'm a 5%er.
Okay.
G-O-D.
All right, go ahead, bro.
Continuing on. Continuing on. With verse 8. Ye that fear the Lord, believe in him, and your reward shall not fail. Ye that fear the Lord, hope for good, and for everlasting joy and mercy. Verse 10. Look at the generations of old, and see if any ever Look at the generations of old, and see did ever any trust in the Lord, and was confounded.
Yeah, did any of the prophets and the Israelites before ever not trusting Yahweh Shah being confounded? You know? Going in Daniel? You know, Daniel being in line. There's plenty of examples, man. Yahweh Shah or King David. You know?
Never confounded.
You got Ezekiel. You got Elijah. You know, you got plenty of prophets and men that's been through hell and back. And still the Lord was able to protect them in that time, man. You know? You got it.
Continuing on. Or did any abide in his fear and was forsaken? Or whom did ever despise, or whom did he ever despise and called upon him? Verse 11. For the Lord is full of compassion and mercy and long suffering and very pitiful.
Yeah, the Lord is so merciful, man. He's even giving 2/3 the chance to even come and get it, man. The door, he's allowing the door and the grace period to be open for 2/3 to even get it, man.
Well, it says many are called, but few are chosen. So many are given the opportunity of hearing the calling, but only a few, which are the elect, are going to actually be chosen.
Right. So yeah, like the priest was saying, man, it's only going to be a few that actually get it. All right. Only a few. We know that through the scripture, because the scripture tells us that, man. The election shall obtain it, and the rest were blinded.
Yeah.
You know? So, hey, ultimately, hey, the Lord is so merciful, he's allowing everybody to get it. Of Israel, not these heathens, because this isn't for the heathens, man. This is for you Israelites, man, which consists of you Native Americans, Latinos, and Negroes. All right? As well as those who are scattered abroad across the four corners of the earth, who look as the heathens. You know?
So Romans 10 and verse 20. It's how 21 it says, but to Israel he said, all day long I've stretched forth my hands unto a disobedient and gainsaying people. Like the brothers get into, you know, the word at this point has been stretched abroad. You know, through the unicorn, the word has reached into the isles of the earth. All of Israel has essentially heard the word, and now they're all being held accountable.
Which the unicorn, biblically speaking, is speaking of the satellites. So through the internet, this word has gotten out. YouTube, so on and so forth. You know, it's biblical prophecy.
That's why you got Israelite camps in the eastern and other across the sea, overseas and stuff like that, man. Why? Because they got this truth over the unicorn, over the internet.
Right.
All right. All the brothers didn't go to New York to get this truth from One West, man. We got it from the internet.
Yeah.
You know, speaking especially for myself, I got this off the internet, man.
95, 98, 90, damn near probably 99% of us got it from the internet.
Right. So ultimately, man, this truth is all, of course, you know, this is faith-based, man.
Yeah.
But hey, we have so much truth, it's indisputable, man. All right, you can't even come against it, man. You know.
This is the book of Wisdom of Solomon, because the priest mentioned that it's for the elect. That's right in line with the scriptures. This is the book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 3, verse 9, and it reads, they that put their trust in him shall understand the truth, and such as be faithful in love shall abide with him. Here's the point. For grace and mercy is to his saints. Who are the saints? The children of Israel, right now, the elect. Psalms chapter 148, verse 14. But here's the point. And he hath care for his elect. You see, in the elect, like the brother mentioned, the elect have obtained it, and the rest were blinded. Like this cat that walked down the street a moment ago. You know, he's still talking about he's a 5%er. Brothers broke it down to him beautifully last time. You see, brother spent an inordinate amount of time, but he's not of the elect. You know, Lord willing that we are, because we obtained the truth.
Yeah, man. Ultimately, man, you know, you're still on that 5%. You don't get it, man. Just keep moving.
Right.
Okay. All right, peace, Jake. Go about your business, man. But we're not gonna sit here and try to get you Jakes to get it, man. We're not trying to force you to get it. All right. Either you get it or you don't. We moving on.
This is the wisdom book again, book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 3, and I'll read verse 10. But the ungodly shall be punished according to their own imaginations, which have neglected the righteous and forsaken the Lord.
Yes. You forsaken Yahweh Shem Yahushua. You refuse to hearken unto the prophets and the man of the Lord. The warnings. World War III, that's a warning.
Big warning.
ICBM missiles, that's a warning.
Big one.
Famine, pestilence, earthquakes, those are warnings.
Yeah.
How can you not see that, man? Especially World War III. How can't you see it, man? If you're a history buff, right? You know history. Anytime there's war, it's always a famine. Jobs, there's lack of jobs. There's poverty go up. You know, homelessness, all that goes up, man. Power outage, all types of things. You people, man. That's why the scriptures also say, I know this is talking around 70 AD, but it talks about pray that your flight be not in the winter or the cold.
Yeah.
Roughly paraphrasing, you know?
Yeah.
So imagine if something went down right now, and half you people wouldn't even make it, man.
Yeah.
No? Yeah, something like
Yeah. This is 2 Ezra 16 and verse 19. Behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges for a minute. But for all these things they shall not turn from their wickedness, nor be always mindful of the scourges. Behold, victuals shall be so good cheap upon the earth, that they shall think themselves to be in good case. And even then shall evils go upon the earth, sword, famine, and great confusion.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it was cheap, but now everything going up now. That should be a tall tale sign, man.
It's gonna get way worse. This book of Revelation speaks about a measure of wheat for a penny. But that's a daily wage to feed a person of a moderate appetite for one day.
1 day.
So we haven't seen anything yet. The hyperinflation is going to be an afterword. Like, it's going to be so bad. Literally a measure of wheat for a penny. Meaning, if you work and you make $200 in a day, right? That's probably $250. That money that you made is only going to be able to provide for you to have a moderate appetite for one day.
Yeah.
Not feeding the family, it's talking about an individual person.
Well, you know, bro, we've been talking, man, with Chris. We've been talking, you know, talk to these people over these other countries, man. See what they're going through.
Yeah.
You know? They're going through it right now. That's just about how much they're going through.
Yeah, they going through
A
it.
day's labor is worth one bread, man.
Yeah.
Just enough food. You got it.
Go ahead.
Remember that old commercial? It always used to be on. It shows Ethiopian kids with famished bellies.
Yeah.
And they're always like, for $1, you can feed them for however long. It makes me think of that 1 penny.
Yeah.
It's just and that was even just not getting stuff because they had those giant bellies.
Yeah. Malnourished. Yeah.
Yeah, they malnourished, man. You know, half of this stuff, man, truly over here, we blessed on the level, man. But
Yeah.
them people over there, man, the
Yeah,
stuff that we have, man, it can last us. We lived over there making the wages that we make here, man. We can live like we wealthy, rich.
Yeah.
Like kings, man.
That's the international bankers. They corrupting their currency. You know, that way they can never come up on the level. They always be in poverty. And that's what the Karagma is about. It's about to do that on a digital level for everybody. Total control.
Yep. You know, when you're telling them, hey, you're giving them warnings. You know, Ezekiel, this is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 33, and I'll start at verse 1. And it reads, again, the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, speak to the children of thy people, you so-called blacks, Native Americans, and Hispanics, the people on this sign here, right? These warnings are for you, right? Son of man, speak to the children of thy people, and say unto them, when I bring the sword upon the land, if the people of the land take a man of their coast and set him for their watchman, and if he seeth the sword coming, like the brother was going into, everything that's coming. You know, the other brother just talked about 2nd Ezra. You know, famine, sword, and death, and destruction.
Yeah.
That's what we're out here to warn you of. You know, what is it called? Disease X that's coming? That's coming too. You better believe they're going to create a jump shot for that too. And continuing on. In verse 3, it said a man for their watchman, if when he seeth the sword coming upon the land, and blow the trumpet and warn the people, and those whoever hear it sound the trumpet, take not the warning. That's what many of you of the house of Israel not doing. You're not taking the warning. You're still partying and bullshitting. You know, still hanging out, thinking it's all good. You know, you're not taking these warnings seriously as the brother's going into. You know, you got your EBT back, you got your SNAP, your benefits back. Like the brother said, make yourself be so good upon the cheek, upon the earth, you shall think yourself to be in good case. Right? But continuing on, and give them not warning, if you see the sword cometh and take him away, his blood shall be upon his own head. Verse 5. He heard the sound of the trumpet, and took not the warning, his blood shall be upon him. But he that taketh warning shall die. So like, I'll do verse 5 again. I can't believe people still got 12 in the trunk.
Yeah, shit.
Like, they were doing that back in 96, man. Like, people still doing that. Like,
I know somebody in our camp that I think got one of this
We die because you need to tell you need to warn you this was about to fall to planet Earth, man. It's about
Right.
yeah, man. You know? The Lord is holding us accountable. Why? Because He gave it to us to give to y'all, man.
That's
It's a
right.
piece of y'all about shit y'all the shot, man.
That's right.
So ultimately, man, you're supposed to be repenting and hearkening unto this truth.
There we
But
go.
since you're not, you're gonna have to deal with the stuff that's about to come. That's going to be on your head.
Yeah.
And the rest of you Israelite camps who aren't properly warning the Israelites, these Israelites out here about the MOTB, saying that they're not going to go through Jacob's trouble, or even giving the proper name of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, you're going to have to pay for that, man.
Yeah.
That is on you.
Continuing on, Ezekiel chapter 33, verse 5. He heard the sound of the trumpet and took not the warning. His blood shall be upon him, but he that taketh warning shall deliver his soul.
Yeah, he that take warning shall deliver his soul, just like us, man. We took that warning, man. When we heard our elders and apostles, or whatever brother that we heard through the young and thorough, the unicorn, we took that warning, man. And just as well as the other Israelites, the 11th hour, they come in, they're going to take the warning. Our rest of you, we don't have to suffer, man.
Verse 6. But if the watchman see the sword come and blow not the trumpet, and the people be not warned, if the sword come and take away persons from them, he is taken away in his iniquity. But his blood will I require at the watchman's hand.
Yeah, you're supposed to be out here doing the work, man. Even if you Israelites, them Israelites have been listening to this 50 years, man. Longer than most of the brothers that's been standing out here.
Right.
So ultimately, man, you're supposed to be out here teaching. You're supposed to be doing the work. You're supposed to be giving the warning.
Yeah.
And also, not even on top of that, man, you're supposed to be properly breaking down the scriptures correctly. Man.
Yeah.
And if you're not doing that properly, man, the blood is on your hand.
Yeah.
The Lord is going to hold you accountable. And it's going to be even 10 times worse than what the rest of these Israelites that just banned it off. They just didn't even give a damn about the truth.
Yeah.
You knew the truth. You're going to have to pay for it. I'm one last scripture and I'm going to step down.
This is Luke 17 and 26. And as it was in the days of Noah, so shall it be in the days of the Son of Man. They did eat, they drank, they married wives, they were given in marriage until the day that Noah entered into the ark, and the flood came and destroyed them all.
Yeah, at the day that Noah was before, y'all doing the same thing as y'all did back then, man. Those same scripts are back today. Even when Yahushua was on the scene and was giving them warning, hey man, they're gonna come. 70 AD, around that time, you didn't think that, hey man, the prophecy of the man Lord, they give warning back then, man?
Totally.
You Israelites, you was still partying, having a good time until the Roman troops came and surrounded you. You had to starve, you had to eat your children, whatever you could find. You was pretty much fighting off everything, man, but you still lost because you didn't take the warning.
Yeah.
So you don't have to pay for that, man. As in the days of Noah, so it is now. You was eating, drinking, getting in marriage, partying, not even giving a damn, man, about what we're telling you. About what the Lord is telling you. It's not even just coming from us, man. It's coming from the Lord.
That's right. Come from the Lord.
You know? There you go. So, that was it. Through the Spirit, Lord willing, that was edifying. I'm going to step down and let Brother burn the Spirit.
I can hold it.
Shalom. So, a lot's going on. I'm sure you've seen it. Seen a lot that's going on. We still have that whole armada that got shipped over there towards Iran. And then you got the big E-files that are out right now. So if we can start that Luke.
This is the book of Luke, chapter 8, verse 17. For nothing is hidden that will not be made manifest, nor is any secret that will not be known and come to light. Oh, that was
Waterfall.
That's what we want. The Lord is revealing. He is revealing all the wickedness, all the secret things that have been done in the dark, especially concerning the Edomites. Because he is making them small among the heathen. They're greatly despised right now.
Yeah.
Everybody sees that these people harm little children. They eat children. They sacrifice children. They play with children.
That's terrible.
They do terrible, devious things, and they're being shown to be just that, what they are. The devil, the
Yeah.
Bible. These are the people of Satan.
Yeah.
And that's what they're showing themselves to be. And they're being made more and more insignificant on the world stage. But
And the American people not even like in an uproar about this.
yeah,
They should be at City Hall or wherever the congressional building. It's like, yo, what's going on here? Bring them out here.
Yeah.
But it's just like, go talk about pensions and, Starbucks.
as the king, so are the people.
Yeah, oh.
You guys are wicked as well. Y'all are super wicked. You don't even care that they're touching children like this. That's why the Lord just has to destroy this place. There's no other option.
Yeah.
You got to get new. You got to get clean. Because this is, there's not even words for it, really. It's crazy that there's thousands of pages of this file, but you're almost speechless when you read these things. Read about them hunting Jake. Read about these secret tunnels he had to dump bodies into the ocean.
That's
Read
crazy.
about just the sacrifices. It's insane. But
Shalakia. And the thing is, the apostles and elders been talking about this since the 90s.
yeah.
They've been bringing this information out since the 90s, and nobody believed them. Nobody believed them. Just now it's coming out, though, through the Spirit.
Yeah, I remember going down these rabbit holes of conspiracy before getting into the truth, and still being like, why would they do that? And it doesn't ever make any sense until you just realize they are the wicked. They're just wicked.
Yeah, they're
And
wicked.
that's just, they're not straight. They're crooked. They can't be made straight. There's nothing you can do with them. That's how they get down. And they've gotten down like that since they come onto the world stage. You know they were doing it before, but you could go back to the formation of the Greeks. They used to have little catacombs.
Yeah.
Little boy servants, little boy lovers. And these are the exact same people that are coming back today. And, they got ran away for being so deviant.
Yeah.
And so now they come back since the Renaissance and they're doing everything secretly. They
Yeah.
want to put themselves up as morally superior and as the white people, which goes into being innocent, being pure, or anything but.
Yeah.
This is the devil. This is the wicked
Yeah.
of the Bible.
Yeah.
This is the hypocrite of the Bible. This is,
Yeah.
these are the people of the Lord's cursed to judgment.
Yeah.
And so I was talking to the chat because our apostles and elders of the Great Millstone have been telling us these things forever, but especially that the Edomites' power has been their secrecy. That's how they've been able to go under the radar for so long, for people to still actually have some respect for them when they come over and steal their stuff. And just they've been going by secrecy. And so I was talking to ChatGPT, if you want to start out and hit me on that. Yeah, start at the top, get that question.
Okay, the question was posed to ChatGPT. What happens when your power is secrecy, but you've been exposed?
Yeah. You know their power is secrecy.
Yeah.
That's how they've been able to do things. They had their Illuminati. That's been exposed. People know about
Yeah.
that.
Household
And
name. No.
You know how you really know? Because the Lord says it multiple times throughout the scriptures. He talks about uncovering Esau. He talks about lifting the skirts on Esau in America. He talks about setting them as a gazing stock. He talks about how are the hidden things of Esau searched out.
Yeah.
This is basically their kryptonite.
Yeah.
Being exposed. So that's why I asked ChatGPT, what are they going to do now? That they're exposed in this way. But just to get some scripture on them being exposed, you got it, bro.
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 49 and verse 10. But I have made Esau bare.
Who's Esau? So-called white man, including the tiny tots. That's who Esau is.
Okay.
And they've scattered themselves around the earth.
Yeah.
So they're going to come back looking like all of the nations as well, because they've conquered and colonized all the nations. And,
Yeah.
they're going to look like everybody too. It's a spirit.
Yeah.
It's a wicked spirit. That's who Esau is.
Yep.
Say it again.
But I have made
Let's start
Esau.
on top again.
Verse 10. But I have made Esau bare. I have uncovered his secret places, and he shall not be able to hide himself.
Yeah. So he was hiding himself.
Yeah.
He's hiding himself as a white man,
Yeah.
as the people of the Lord,
Yeah.
which is crazy. He's
Yeah.
hiding himself as British and Australian,
Yeah.
South African.
Yeah.
He's hiding himself as a Christian.
Yeah.
He's hiding himself in so many ways.
As a Muslim.
As Muslims, yeah.
Oh,
You, House of Saul.
Your neighborhood
talking to
sheep.
you.
Yeah.
You Turks talking to you.
Yeah.
He's everywhere. The Lee family over in China.
Yeah.
You guys are Edomites.
Oh
You're
man.
about to go down.
Yeah.
Well, you've been hiding yourselves. You've been hiding yourselves because why would it be?
Yeah, I
You're
get
the
it.
Edomites. You're hated of the Lord. Who wants to go around?
I'm an
everybody
Edomite.
going that? Of course you're gonna hide yourself. You're hiding yourself. But the Lord is exposing you, and this goes into that 2 Thessalonians, that man of sin being revealed. Because you were hidden. Yeah. Hold on to that, because we'll keep going.
His seed is spoiled, and his brethren, and his neighbors, and he is not.
Yeah, you've been exposed to this on your ultimate judgment is to be, you get your whole entire nation gets deleted from off this earth. There's a big bonfire waiting for all Edomites after your 1,000 years of punishment. That's coming.
Book of Obadiah.
They love bonfire.
Yeah. S'mores and shit.
This one is going to be epic. So
Yeah.
you just wait. Continue on with the ChatGPT.
The chat responded. Well,
Yeah,
again,
you-
the question it says, "What happens when your power is secrecy, but you've been exposed?" The chat GPT response was, "When secrecy is your power and it's gone, a few hard truths kick in fast. First, the power evaporates. Secrecy works because it controls information,
Yeah.
timing,
King
and
David
perception."
said, break their teeth, O Lord. That power is being broken right here in front of our eyes.
Yeah.
And it's not completely gone. They still have that, their blessing of the sword. They still control the media. They're still in power.
Yeah, in power.
But
Yeah.
it's waning. We're watching it wane. Okay.
It says, first, the power evaporates. Secrecy works because it controls information, timing, and perception.
Yeah, you run the media and entertainment centers. You run basically everything that people get to hear and understand. You're the ones who are in charge of the school textbooks that go out. And you're even in charge of taking things off of the internet. You control that information. But people are seeing that and understanding that, and seeing that you have these little, it's like Snopes and these fact finder things that all point to false information. They're seeing it. This is being exposed as well.
It says, once exposed, you lose the asymmetry. A people can see the game, anticipate your moves, and resist you openly.
Yeah.
What once felt inevitable suddenly looks fragile.
Yeah. Brothers, grab the script real quick. Because all these things are being exposed, being taken down. Your power was secrecy, staying in the shadows, so that nobody realized you're Edomites, so that nobody realized that you're the wicked, that you're deviants, that you're PDF files.
Yeah.
But it's all waning. Were you able to get that?
This is the book of 2 Corinthians chapter 2, verse 11, and it reads, "Lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices."
Yeah, and it said, people can see the game. They can anticipate your moves. Yahweh Shem Shai has given that eye salve to his hopeful elect men, and this can be seen.
Yeah.
It's seen. We see that you make these FFs, these false events happen.
Yeah.
We see that you rule out of order, out of chaos.
Yeah.
That you create chaos so you can bring in your order. We see that you're behind, different from philosophies that these people have that make them blind to what you're actually doing, but the hopeful elect see it. We see it. And it's just a matter of time before more and more people see this. And they are. They're seeing that you are a bloody man, that you're killing babies over there in Western Asia. They see what you're doing here in the States. This is being seen. We're not ignorant of your vices.
It says, I'll read that again. It says, people see the game, anticipate your moves, and resist you openly. What once felt inevitable suddenly looks fragile.
Yeah, and resist you openly.
Yeah.
Think about that. People are not afraid to call out those tiny tops now.
Yeah.
That's why they're pushing for so much more anti-S, to stop all that, trying to stop the First Amendment, trying to stop just people's rights to just speak, calling everything hate. People see this, and they're not afraid to call you out anymore, because you've grown small among the heathen. They are greatly despised.
Yeah.
Second, is ChatGPT's response to the question, what happens when your power is secrecy but you've been exposed? It says, fear flips direction. Before exposure, others fear what they don't know. After exposure, you fear what everyone now knows.
And imagine, these tiny tops walk around. People know you're not the people of the Lord, and that y'all just lied about this. I can only imagine the anxiety that you get, because obviously, eventually, this is going to get violent on you. Y'all messed up. You shouldn't have been stealing heritages. And
right.
also with the word. The word is going out. It's letting you know that you're about to go into slavery, that you've been exposed, that you're going into slavery, and that y'all are going to be done away with, that your kingdom is about to fall. This is everything flipping on you. You grab Wisdom of Solomon 5, verse 2. Great fear fell upon them. That fear.
So Wisdom of Solomon 5, verse 2, it says, when they see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear, and shall be amazed at the strangeness of the salvation, so far beyond all that they look for.
Yeah. When they see it, they see the men standing up, they see themselves being exposed, their secrecy going away. That's going to bring fear. Of course fear is going to be there, because the jig's up. The kingdom is over. As it says in, Daniel 5, many tekel and farsi. Thou hast been weighed in the balance.
Yeah.
Thou art found wanting.
Yep.
You're lacking. You're lacking in what it takes to rule a kingdom. And the Lord's about to take you out of power. Unrighteous dealings, injuries, riches got by deceit.
Yeah.
The kingdom is translated from one people to another.
Yeah.
Great fear is falling upon you, because you've been exposed. Y'all have been exposed. And it's not going to go back. It's not going to go away.
Yeah, once the cat's out of the bag, it's over. That's why he's like, you know what? I'm just gonna exterminate all you guys. That's what that's what the brothers, the elder brothers here in Atlanta. They went several years back with the Apostle Ariam Lob. They went down to the Georgia Guidestones, physically themselves, did a lesson. They physically read the rocks. These assholes are talking about managing humanity to 500 million people.
Yeah.
So what? That mean you trying to kill 7 billion people? This guy's a monster.
Yeah, you gotta be taken out.
Yeah, you gotta go.
And people see that you're that type of monster. Like, you want to take the population down. I went there before I was even in the truth. And saw that myself with my own eyes.
So this guy's insane.
Yeah. And it's hard to wrap your mind around, because you get it. Like, you must be after a great disaster or something for it to be that low of a number. But nah, you guys are just greedy. People see that. You've been exposed. And fear's falling upon you.
Yeah.
You gotta be scared.
Yeah, I would
What's coming.
if I was them.
You get told every single day, all day, by the prophets,
Yeah.
that you're going down.
And don't stop, especially with Great Millstone. It's a consistent, and and they gotta consistently hit. That's why the lady who owned YouTube, she just dropped dead. I think she had a heart attack. You know, she's sending them to business meetings. They giving her the analytics and shit. She's like, yo, she dropped dead. She's gone. Yeah.
It's the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 12, verse 10. Never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness.
He said, so somebody said Susan is through. I think that was a lady name. She liked it.
Yeah, there's no reason to trust Esau. It's been exposed. We know who he is. As soon as the apostles and elders told us who Esau was,
Yeah.
so we're like, yeah,
Yep.
of course, okay.
That's them.
Got it. No trust at all.
See what's happening to the Northern Kingdom for trusting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will Donald Trump. I keep thinking about you, Manasseh.
Yeah.
How could you forget? You did. You did.
Yeah. Made to forget. That's his name. Yeah. Vanessa.
Voted for Donald Trump.
Yeah.
Voted for Nero. And look what you get. Look what you get.
A maniac.
Yeah. Continue with that second one.
Hey, what's up, brother?
How you doing?
Hey, where y'all get a friend from?
Get it online,
On the internet?
Yeah, look it up
You probably can go Amazon, really, at this point. Or you can make it yourself.
Hey, my brother, y'all have a good night.
Yeah, you too.
Get the French.
Michaels.
It's like he was trying to be nice. Yeah.
Yeah. It's almost like, you trying to fuck fun? No, I don't think he actually was. I think he was genuinely curious.
It's like, damn, where did he get those? That's what went through his mind. Man, but the fringes, though. Bought it from IUIC.
That's great. Let's keep going. Any bros got any precepts? Jump in. What's up?
For your previous point about how, they're scared. They're anxious at this point because the world is watching. And as the world watches, they're starting to see, as he's being exposed to who he is. This is like you said, the word is being going on. This is Jeremiah 50 and 43. The king of Babylon had heard the report of them, and his hands waxed feeble. Anguish took hold of him, and pains as of a woman in travail. So, no, you got it.
No, you got it.
No, you got it. It says the king of Babylon has heard the report. So they heard the report not only from their different prognosticators and economic forecasters, but ultimately they've heard the word from the prophets.
Yeah.
And pain and fear has taken hold of them. Anxiety, like the piece is speaking about. They're anxious now, like, oh shit.
Yeah.
What do we do now?
Right.
We back up a cat to the wall, he gonna try to claw his way out.
Yeah.
Esau's to that point.
I did a lesson on that. Just that one precept yesterday because of everything that's going on. He's talking about Nero getting these files over and over again. And that's the king of Babylon.
Yeah.
That is that cruel Lord that's spoken of in the scripts.
Yeah.
Unless something changes, but as far as we can see,
He looked like he's acting like him.
yeah.
It got to be a real maniac to follow him to fulfill that, to actually be the king of Babylon. That guy is doing it.
Yeah.
Not like a president, like a real king.
I keep calling him Emperor Nero in
Yeah.
all my lessons now, because that's how he moves.
Yeah.
And he's a megalomaniac, and he's just crazy.
He is a megalomaniac.
He's crazy, but these reports, he's denying these reports constantly. He had an interview the other day, and he's like, see, this newest patch should clear my name.
Yeah.
And it's like,
No.
but your name's in it like 1,200 times, man.
Then it cleared.
We heard even crazier things, like you sticking your fingers in little babies, little kids.
Come on, Trump.
Come on, man.
This
Come
man.
on, Nero. We heard
Yo.
previously we heard about you with Bubba.
Oh.
bubble all in your mouth.
Yeah, that's
This
terrible.
doesn't clear you of anything. You're just being indicted more under through your Habashim Shot. He's bringing you down.
That's the Lord.
And you've heard this report, though.
Yeah.
This report has gone out, and you're guilty. You're guilty. You and all your constituents, all of you, all these celebrities, everybody here, or everybody in a power position within Babylon. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's not just Babylon, it's Western civilization. You're hearing about the nobles over across the pond.
Yeah.
Like Prince Andy, and old Princess Fergie.
Yeah.
They're doing nasty things too.
Yeah.
I even saw someone talking about Prince Charles and him being so upset that Prince Andrew's in it. And it's like, that guy's in it. That guy does these things too. That's how this place was built. So now, stand with those
Enchantments, yeah.
Stand with those enchantments. See if it will prevail. I doubt it, highly doubt it. Because it's wicked stuff. It's unsightly. You don't even want to talk about it.
Man, how long has the Catholic Church been obviously accused and obviously showing themselves to be filthy? And it's just like, we just gonna, burn the frankincense, we walk through the goddamn church, and it's just like no big deal. Like, this whole place, that's why Yahweh Shemi Shah set up the Russians to have missiles and with warheads.
That's right.
Yeah.
Couldn't come soon enough.
Yeah.
It's coming now, because I know these Babylonians don't really care, but some can't have somebody like that ruling over them.
Yeah.
People are seeing this.
It's terrible.
Let's get a little bit more.
The chat.
Continuing on to the question posed to Chat GPT, what happens when your power is secrecy, but you've been exposed? The second response says, fear flips direction before exposure. Before exposure, others fear what they don't know. After exposure, you fear what everyone now knows. That shift alone can unravel authority, especially if your influence depended on intimidation, mystique, or manipulation.
Yeah, and that's exactly what they have depended on. They've depended on intimidation. That's why they have such a powerful army. Teddy Roosevelt said, "Speak softly, carry a big stick." They like to intimidate people. You hear Trump's words, or Nero's words, when he talks about these other countries, especially talking about Iran. They wouldn't want to do that. Okay.
It's intimidation. It's stout.
Intimidation. And then mystique. You call yourselves black people. That goes into your mystique. You call yourselves the people of the Lord. Calling yourselves white people is like you're actually innocent, like you're actually pure. Which throws people off because they're kind of, it's color magic. You throw them off and then you hit them with the jab. Yeah. There's like intimidation, mystique, or manipulation. Yeah. You've changed everything. You've changed the nations that people come from. That veil that's been covered, that covering that's been cast over all the nations. You put that up. You change history.
Yeah.
You change science.
Yep.
You change how people see and view the world.
Yep.
That's manipulation. You
Yeah.
changed the book. You didn't, you put things in the book. You took away from the book. You changed people's thought on the book. There's some people that can't even see that the virgin birth ain't real. They can't see that the Trinity ain't real. They can't see that his name's not Jesus and that he's not a so-called white man. That's manipulation. You manipulated everything. But I would say that when they get away from that, or if they've been using these tactics, that secrecy being exposed, it's devastating to you.
Yeah.
How can we continue, Esau?
I got a quick precept.
Let's get it.
It says Habakkuk 2 and verse 4. Behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him, but the just shall live by his faith. So as the brother's going into, we're just rattling down a list, a plethora of how crooked this devil is. You know, he was made to be that way. He is the wicked. Job 9 and 24. You know, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. You know, so the scriptures say his soul, which is lifted up, that goes into his pride. You know, he believes he's a god on earth, man. You know, and he's being exposed right now.
He's sitting there and said, the mystique. His soul that's lifted up is not upright in him. That throws people off too, because they don't really understand how truly crooked you are. It throws them off. They kind of trust you at first, and then they get screwed over. You're not a trustworthy person. Nothing to trust. Keep going.
It says, yea, also because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man.
Yeah, he's philosophy.
Yeah, the wine.
It says, neither keepeth at home, who enlargeth his desire as hell, and is as death, and cannot be satisfied.
Yeah.
But gathereth unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people.
Yeah, your philosophies you put around this earth, you're gathering everybody onto yourself through your colonization and just your flat out greed.
Yeah, greedy.
That's all being exposed as well. People see your philosophies and see that it's not good for their nations. And now they're angry.
Yeah.
The nations have drank of your wine, now the nations are angry. You're being brought down bit by bit, Esau.
And this is going into the same spirit, you know. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 58 and verse 3. It reads, the wicked are estranged from the womb. They go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies. And, you know, that's exactly what the world is going into. You know, reclassifying our Lord and Savior, you know, telling us that he's a so-called white man with blue eyes and blonde hair. That's a lie. Calling themselves the white man, wanting to be seen as holy, you know, when they are the wicked, like the brother Yakunah was saying. Those are lies, you know, and there's many more. This so-called white man, you know, he didn't go through some, you know, as they say, trauma growing up that caused him to operate like this. He was born like this. You know, his spirit is not upright within him. It says in verse 4, their poison is like the poison of a serpent. They are like a deaf adder that stoppeth her ear. Right, so they're poisoning this earth. Everything that they touch, they destroy. You know, and they have no end in sight. That's why they got to get put down, you know.
Do you want me to continue on in that?
Let's go back to the chat.
All right. This is the third response to what happens when your power is secrecy or you've been exposed. It says, legitimacy gets tested.
Yeah. You're that bastard that dwells in Ashdod. You're fraud. You're fraud. When people are calling you out on being the people of the Bible, you're not. You're still war. You're not dwelling in peace and safety alone. And you're deviants. People are seeing what you're doing.
Yeah.
You guys are deviants. Your legitimacy is being taken away. Right before your eyes.
It says, if your actions can survive daylight, moral scrutiny, law, or public judgment, you might pivot and retain influence.
But we know that this is how the Lord brings Esau down. He's exposing Esau, and then he's going to judge Esau.
Yeah.
There's no such thing as pivoting for Esau at this point. This is just his end. He had a temporary blessing, temporary time of rulership, and you're at that end. That's why you're being exposed, and the next step is to fully be taken down. Judgment of the Lord.
It says, but if secrecy was hiding hypocrisy, abuse, or lies.
But if secrecy was hiding hypocrisy, abuse, or lies, which, yeah, that's all of you. You are the hypocrite, Esau. And we all know that the joy of the hypocrite is but for a moment. It's got to be brought down, man.
Yeah.
Lot hypocrisy, what? Abuse? Catholic Church?
Yeah.
These, you hear about what's going on with the Jays, with these tiny hats. Baptist Church?
Yeah.
This is abuse, and it's being made public for all eyes to see. This is how you're being made small among the heathen.
The prison industrial complex.
Yeah, abuse.
You lock our people up in by the throws, man. I mean, by the billions, you know. Just stuff them in there. And they come out worse than when they went in. Talking about rehabilitation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You all got a rehabilitation for your ass.
Yeah. Yeah.
Abuse. You've abused Jake. Fully. What else? Lies?
Hypocrisy, abuse, or lies.
Yeah. Why Jesus is the biggest lie of all time. That you are the people is the biggest lie of all time.
Wow.
We're people. But what is it saying?
It says, but if secrecy was hiding hypocrisy, abuse, or lies, exposure doesn't just weaken you, it discredits you. People stop asking, is this true? And start asking, why did they hide it?
Oh.
You're getting taken out of the way. That's you, Esau.
Yeah.
Everything you've done. That's how your whole kingdom is gone. Hypocrisy, abuse, and lies. How you gonna come back from this? You're completely discredited. You're not gonna come back from it.
Yeah.
Your end is here. We're watching you. We're watching you fall.
And it was hidden for the sake of keeping the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians out of the loop and having us in darkness. Because they understand biblical prophecy. They understand that without us knowing who we are and repenting and turning back to Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, they could always rule over us. Yeah. But with us having this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding through the Spirit that Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua gave us, now their fall came through 69. Through 1969, their fall came through us, through us prophesying. That's what brought this place down through our prophecy.
The truth.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The truth is the kryptonite. Exposure. This is fourth. Chat GPT response to secrecy. It says, you're forced into one of three paths.
Shalom.
1, reform. Own it, change course, rebuild trust slowly.
You're right.
You're right.
Yeah, pivot.
Rare, hard, but durable. 2,
Yeah, you can't own it because you're like a woman, Esau. You cannot hold yourself accountable. You and the woman are the exact same, except
Esau's
you
like,
painting yourself as a man.
yeah,
The basest of men, though. You're
yeah,
the lowest man.
yeah.
So of course, but yeah, that option 1 is not an option for you because you wouldn't do it. Hold yourself accountable. And yeah, you're just not made that way. You're not honorable in the least bit.
No,
So,
absolutely
yeah,
not.
that's not gonna happen.
It says 2. It says double down, deny, deflect, smear critics, tighten control, short-term survival, long-term collapse.
That's what you're gonna do, Esau.
Yeah.
You're gonna double down. You're gonna try to what do they call it?
Yeah,
Whatever.
you're gonna scramble.
No, what do they do when they gaslight?
Oh yeah,
He's
yeah,
gonna try to gaslight you. He's gonna double down. It wasn't me. I wasn't. See, these fellas show that I'm completely innocent now.
yeah.
Nah, you heard the report of
Start calling people names.
People, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, and this is where the devil's about to come down with great wrath as well. They're
Yeah.
doubling down. They're trying to tell everybody that you're great people still. They're still the Christians. They're still the people. But no, you're just doubling down. You're deviants. You're the lowest form of humanity, and it's not gonna work out for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's gonna try to explain himself, and he's like, you know what? He's just gonna pull a big ass sword out of his back pocket and be like, I'm killing all you.
Yeah, that's what it was coming into. He's like, you know what? Why am I explaining myself to these guys?
Got a big ass sword. I'm about to just shoot all y'all.
Yeah.
He's about to come down with great wrath. And he's probably about to, he's going to throw a tantrum and cut the internet too. Oh man! They see me now.
Yeah.
They see me.
He's the type that blows himself up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ooh. Doubling down. Let's try to finish this out. Yeah. Just a little bit.
3 says disappear or transform, retreat, rebrand, or shift arenas entirely.
Yeah, and you've rebranded yourself over and over. This always happens, but we're coming to the end. And eventually, that is your destiny, to just be disappeared. You shall disappear as a dream, or you shall fade away as a dream. That's what's about to happen. After you serve out your 1,000 years of captivity. Don't forget about that part. You gotta go through that.
Yeah.
And then you get to disappear as a dream. Fade away. But it's not yet. Not yet. You gotta go through some stuff.
Yeah.
Question to chat GPT. What happens when your power is secrecy and you've been exposed? It says, 5th, it says the illusion of control dies. Secrecy-based power is brittle. Once broken, it doesn't bend, it shatters. Real power, truth, consent, competence, righteousness can operate in the open. False power cannot. There's an old biblical pattern here. For there is nothing covered that shall not be revealed, neither hid that shall not be known.
Oh,
Exposure isn't just judgment. Salaki, exposure isn't just punishment, it's judgment. It reveals what kind of power you actually had. If secrecy was the foundation, exposure is the reckoning. If secrecy was just a tactic, exposure is merely a test.
Yeah. You're about to be broken without hand. You're being broken without hand. And it's coming out. The truth is stronger than your lies that you put out.
Yeah.
And this truth is going to keep going. And it's going to keep going and abounding. It's growing. It's waxing stronger and stronger. Way weaker and weaker. As that light gets cast and shone on you even more, it's taking away your power. Your teeth are being broken.
Yeah.
That truth just goes out. You able to find that?
That's right.
This is our first Edges 4 and verse 38. As for the truth, it endured,
Yeah.
and is always strong. This is our first Edges 4 and 38. As for the truth, it endureth, and is always strong. It liveth, it liveth and conquereth forevermore.
Water. And your power is being shattered. Being shattered because it's way stronger than any type of power that you've ever had. Stronger than your lies. Stronger than your philosophy. Stronger than your theft and your robbery and your hurt. It's stronger than everything. It's about to take you out. How about you know shot? I want to finish it up on reading that Jeremiah 49:10 and go from there, because it shows their exposure. They got exposed, and then it shows the judgment. Just like I said, that judgment comes after the exposure. Started to.
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 49, verse 10. But I have made Esau bare. I have uncovered his secret places, and he shall not be able to hide himself.
Yeah, we talked about it. It's been exposed. They've been made bare. The skirt has been lifted on. You got it?
His seed is spoiled, and his brethren and his neighbors, and he is not.
Yeah, the Edomites are looking very weak right now. It's just gonna keep waning weaker and weaker. I see it is spoiled. You're not a mighty man anymore. Some of you, but for the most part, a bunch of alphabets. You're falling, man. That was a dumb idea. Trying to
terrible.
make everybody else fall in the pit.
That was a terrible idea.
You're trying to make yourself feel normal. It's not gonna work. Keep going.
Verse 11, leave thy fatherless children, I will preserve them alive. and let thy widows trust in me. Verse. Yep.
Because your fatherless children, so you're about to be destroyed. Your children are going into chains, and your women are going to be concubines. That's all what is coming. You guys.
Verse 12, for thus saith the Lord Yahweh Shai, behold, they whose judgment was not to drink of the cup have certainly drunk it.
Who is that? The Israelites, the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Those are scattered, because we've been scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. We drank of that cup of trembling, the cup with all the curses in it, that slavery we went through, everything we've gone through. Everything in Deuteronomy 28, from verse 15 all the way down to 68. We went through that. And now you're about to go through that. Esau, you got it?
And art thou he that shall altogether go unpunished? Thou shalt not go unpunished, but thou shalt surely drink of it.
Yeah, you're not going to go unpunished, Esau. The Lord hates you. You get a double dose of that cup. That cup of trembling.
You can get the side. Don't get the brothers. You get the side.
I'm too video.
You got it.
Verse 13,
If you insist.
for I have sworn by myself, saith the Lord Yahweh Shai, that Basra shall become a desolation, a reproach, a waste, and a curse.
Yeah, Basra. Basra is...
Shalak round, you fucking witch.
I'm about to face that, man. Goddamn. Go ahead, bro. Wrap it up.
Yeah, Basra. Basra is modern day America. It's the capital city of Edom. But you know, it is Babylon, because he said he's going to make it a desolation.
Yeah.
He's going to make it a desolation and a reproach. Is that the end of that? Yeah. Let's get that whole all of 13 again.
Jeremiah 49:13, for I have sworn by myself, saith the Lord Yahweh Shai, that Basra shall become a desolation, a reproach, a waste, and a curse, and all the cities thereof shall be perpetual waste.
Yeah. Basra, America, shall become a reproach and a waste. It's going down. America gets nuked, and nobody's going to dwell here ever again. And that's how you fall out of power. You saw World War III, all these civil wars going to go down. World War III, nuclear war, boom, you're out of power, you're in chains, and that's all for you guys. That's it. And so, any bros have anything else?
Go ahead, y'all wrap it up.
2 Thessalonians 2:7, for the mystery of iniquity doth already work. Only he who now letteth will let until he be taken out of the way. Verse 8, then shall that wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming. Even him whose coming is after the working of Satan with all power and signs and lying wonders, and with all deceivableness of unrighteousness in them that perish, because they receive not the love of the truth, that they might be saved.
Yeah, man, sin is being revealed right here. Falling away has occurred, and now this man is being revealed.
This is the book of Job, chapter 20, verse 5. Well, I'll start at verse 3. I'm at verse 4. Knowest thou not this of old, since man was placed upon earth? Verse 5, that the triumphing of the wicked is short, and the joy of the hypocrite but for a moment. Verse 6, Salakia. Though his excellency mount up to the heavens, and his head reach unto the clouds. Verse 7, yet he shall perish forever like his own dung, which is shit. His feces, you know. They which have seen him shall say, where is he? Verse 8, he shall fly away as a dream and shall not be found. Yea, he shall be chased away as a vision of the night. Verse 9, the eye also which saw him shall see him no more, neither shall his place anymore behold him.
Break down.
You know, Esau is going to perish. You know, he's already wasting away, as his name means. And we're seeing his kingdom falling, you know, slowly but surely. But in this stage that we're in, it's being made manifest on a higher level than it ever has. You know, and in the kingdom of heaven, he's ultimately going to be, you know, bound in chains, and he's going to be a slave for 1,000 years, and he will perish. You know, we're not going to see the so-called white man anymore. We're not going to hear of him anymore. You know, the nations that saw him, you know, the nation of Israel that he terrorized, nobody is going to care about Esau anymore, and nobody is going to see him. Thus saith the scriptures, thus saith the Lord, you know.
Yeah. So with that, Lord willing, that was edified. I'd like to give all glory, all praise, all honor to
Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai Ba'ashem HaKadosh.
double honors to the elders and apostles of the great millstone. Shalom to the elect of Israel. Shalom.
Shalom. Shalom.